The ancient city of Butrint, also with the surrounding area, is in the center of the national park. One of the criteria that Butrint is under UNESCO is the combination between archaeology and the nature. The city itself was built during 4th century BC, but we have evidence of a small settlement on the top of the hill that was dated during 7th century BC. Butrint was built, let's say, inside this fortification wall. During that time was built also some of the most beautiful public buildings, like the theater, the Prytaneum. Those monuments were located at the area of the Agora.
Most interesting events and everything, the whole life was based in this area of Butrint. So the whole city was built in the honor of the Asclepius, or the god of health.
Through centuries, with the sediment that the sea brought here through this Vivari channel, all the area was, let's say, created as a marshland. And during the Roman time, we have, let's say, a large hill. And you can see also here, also this part that was outside of this fortification wall. When the Romans came here and built the Roman colony, they enlarged the city. But the number of the population was, rise, so they needed more space. So they went in the other side of the channel, where they built a Roman suburb. This place was connected with the city, with the center of the city, through the aqueduct.
As you can see, the transcripts, the scripts on the wall, also explains the life or what occurred in the theater of Butrint. It wasn't always only serving for events and various concerts that they performed for entertainment purposes, but also for the freeing of the slaves as well. So they would tell their owner, they would write it down on the wall if they have a request in order to be freed, and then they will judge later, is it worth it or not to be freed as a slave. So that's one of the purposes that the theater served as well.
When the Romans came and they built the colony here, they reused everything, but they needed, let's say, their own center. They used the theater, the Prytaneum, everything here, because this was also as a, let's say, saint area. It was the sanctuary of Asclepius or Asclepius during the Roman time. But the Romans built also new monuments.
This part here is for our souvenir shops. What's most importantly and special about this site is that everything here is handcrafted. So it's not a replica or it's not bought from China. It's handmade from the local people and local families that provide their food just by the economy of Butrint, let's put it that way. So all the income that you spend here also provide food for 10 families in the villages nearby. So everything is authentic and original. These people are great masters of handcraft, and all the motifs used here for the products, it's based on the history of Butrint and different mosaics that are located in our site.
On the niches of the Nymphaeum, you can see fragments of mosaics. Those are the only one here in Butrint on the wall, because Butrint has all the mosaics on the pavements. This monument was very close to the Roman Forum. There is a portrait, a man with a beard, and we think that is Dionysus, the god of wine. Also in the other arches there are those amphoras that have veins. Those are attributes of Dionysus. This is the Butrint Lake that has brackish water, half salty, half fresh, and is a good place for the production of mussels. I mean, Saranda region is very famous here in Albania for the mussels. There are different ways to come here. First one is to come from the Tirana airport, and you can take buses or you can rent a car, and from there to come to Saranda and then to Butrint. You can have the border chaff boat in that direction. You can come from Greece in that direction. There is the road until to the ferries. Here you pass the ferry and come here to the ancient city. The other one is from Corfu. You take the ferry to Corfu, in Corfu, and then from there goes to the Saranda port, and from there are public bus, taxis. Also you can rent a car.